Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jake98 here with my second installment of the FIFA 14 team predictions videos. And of course, I did West Ham United first, but by personal request from one of my comments. Basically, another friend of mine actually asked me to do an Arsenal one, so it's kind of going to go down the scale of the Premier League here up until the release daily. So I'm going to start with Arsenal. I've done West Ham, and it will continue on with all the promoted teams as well, including Hull, Crystal Palace and all that. But as you can see, Arsenal here is a pretty solid squad. This is not what the ratings are going to be, because FIFA 14 and EA Logic will not put decent ratings on players that deserve it, like Aaron Ramsey, Jenkinson, for example, and Gibbs. So it's only my job to actually put decent ratings on these players. So this is my personal opinion, and we've got in a 4-5-1 because obviously Olivier Giroud plays on his own up front for Arsenal. We've got the two cams, Sani Cavalla and Aaron Ramsey. So we'll get started with Szczesny, if I can get onto the thing. I like Szczesny a lot. He hasn't had amazing season, but I think he deserves at least 81. I mean, 82, he's obviously not going to get an 82. I reckon he'll probably either get 80 again or maybe 81, but he's got fantastic reflexes. And he had a pretty good season for Arsenal. But I think Wenger puts him in bad situations. Because there was like an article not so long ago that Szczesny's dad actually blasted out at Arsenal and at Wenger because he said that he ruined Szczesny's career. I don't think that's entirely true, but he could probably definitely be at a better club than Arsenal, and that's my personal opinion. But reflexes, 85 and 85 diving are his standout stats. Handling, I've put up to 80, kicking to 70, and 74 positioning, but he's not the greatest at making decisions. So, but he is a very good goalkeeper, and 82 I think he is worthy at, we move on to Carl Jenkinson at right back. I haven't put Sanya there because I think Jenkinson should play in front of over Sanya, because Sanya's actually had a pretty poor season, and you'll see why I've dropped him in a minute. I've put him up to 75 only because of the fact that is probably what EA will put him at, and he's at a non-rare 75. 75 pace I've upgraded, 60 dribbling, 32 shot, 71 defending, and 70 passing with 70 heading. Because I like Jenkinson, he's 21 now, he's got a lot of potential. I actually initially put him up to 77, but I think that's a bit extreme, because I know FIFA will only put him around 73 to 75 region. And he's a good right back, a lot of potential, hasn't had as many first team starts as he should have, but oh well, I'm not the manager, it's up to Wenger from now on. Koscielny, he's fantastic, 27. He's probably one of my favourite centre-backs in the Premier League, bar from Winston Reid. 84 he's definitely worthy of an 84 card, rare here, and 78 pace have upgraded, 60 dribbling, 41 shot, 85 defending, 70 passing, and 83 heading. Basically, he is a great defender. I mean, he recently got sent off in, I think it was the match against Aston Villa, where Arsenal got beat 3-1. I mean, that is absolutely appalling. But Koscielny had a great season for Arsenal. I don't know, I think he was there the season before as well. And he pairs up with Per Mertesacker excellently. He's probably my second favourite centre-back in the Premier League. And I can see him probably being one of the best centre-backs anyway next season. And I suppose he could get a lot of interest from the bigger teams as well. He's not the greatest in the world, but he is probably the second best in the Premier League in my opinion. But we'll move on to his partner. That is Per Mertesacker. He's 28 or 29, I think. I think he is actually 28. I put him to 82. Initially, I did put him to 83, but 82 is probably more worthy. He's from Germany. He had 32 pace, which is kind of appalling, but I think it's unfair to put a player under 40 because it's unrealistic as well. But I do think that's unfair, so I've put 39 dribbling, 41 shot, 85 defending overall, 60 passing, and 79 heading. But I think he's a great centre-back, and the Arsenal move suited him perfectly. Now on to Kieran Gibbs. I think he should be granted more England chances, definitely. But I've put his pace up to 86, 72 dribbling, 58 shots stayed the same, 78 defending overall, 76 passing, and 66 headings again. Sorry, I don't think EA will be that generous to put him up to 80. I think they put him around 78 to 79 again, but he definitely deserves about 79, 80, maximum of 81 because he has had a pretty good season for Arsenal, and I think he's 23, 22 or 23 now, so he's not the youngest of left backs in the world, but he could definitely be one of the best in the Premier League, so he needs more chances. Next up, we got Theo Walcott. See, this guy, he is aging a bit now. He's 25. He's midway through his career, I'd say. So he's not young anymore. I've upped his pace to 97. Probably won't get 97. 81 dribbling, 75 shot because he actually scored the most goals in the Arsenal team. He got 14 league goals and 46 defending, 72 passing, and 55 heading. I've put him up to 83. He was actually 81. He's been 81 for quite a while now. He didn't get an upgrade. I think he deserves 83 massively because he hasn't had an upgrade in a long time. And he's 25 now, so I can't see him going too far in the world of football. But I think Arsenal's the perfect club for him. I don't think I can see him moving ever. But who knows? It's the world of football. Anything can happen. Walcott's a great right mid or right wing. His actual position is, but I've got a 4-5-1, so I've put him in a right mid position. But he's a great winger, and I do like Walcott a lot. Wilshere, this guy's 21, and oh my god, he's probably the best prospect in England at the moment. I've put him up to 84, definitely. I've put his pace up by 1. 84 dribbling and 85 passing are his standout stats. The rest are there. 70 shot, 72 defending overall, and 63 heading. So he's 21 and he's got great potential to grow. He plays for England regularly and he plays for Arsenal regularly as well. But I think we've got more to see from him. I mean, he's had a good season for Arsenal. I don't think he's had an amazing season because he hasn't actually played every single game. But I do like Jack Wilshere, and I think he probably is the best prospect in England at the moment. He's had a great season for Arsenal, and I think I can see him. He definitely can become better. We've got more to see from Jack Wilshere. Then we got, this is probably my favourite player in the Arsenal team, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I've put him up to 79. He was at 76 originally. Then they put him up to 78 in the winter update, I think. I've put him at left mid position. He's a left winger, I think, and he's 20 now, I believe. So he's got a lot of, he's a big prospect in the Arsenal team. I've put his pace up by 1. I've put him up to 83 dribbling, 67 shot, 48 defending, 74 passing, and 51 heading. I like Oxlade-Chamberlain a lot, and I've put him up to 79 because I think he deserves that. He's definitely worthy of a 79. Not 80 yet because we haven't seen too much of him. He does play for England quite a bit, but when he plays for England, he plays more of in a central position, like a cam position. But he's definitely got more to show, and he's probably one of the best prospects in England under Jack Wilshere. Santiago Cazorla. Santi Cazorla, I've put him straight up to 86. He's definitely worthy of that. He's 28, 29 now, so he's going on to his older stages of his career, and he deserves an upgrade to 86, 87. Pace I've put up to 80. 87 dribbling is his standout stat. 78 shot, I haven't improved. 48 defending, 85 passing, and 61 heading. I like Santi Cazorla a lot. His Arsenal move was great. He had a fantastic season for him in 2012. And he has shown a lot. I mean, he might be getting on a bit now, but he plays for Spain as well, I believe. He deserves more chances for Spain because he is getting older now. I can't see him moving again because he is getting into his older stages, but he's a great midfielder. I love him. Ramsey definitely goes straight up to that 81 for me. He's so underrated in FIFA 13. He's been underrated for a long time, and he deserves a big upgrade. Well, it's not that big. He was at 77. I put him up to 81. He'd probably get about 79, 80. But his pace is 77, 78 dribbling, 72 shot, 65 defending, and the reason he's got a rare card is because he got a standout stat of 82 passing. And then he's got 60 heading as well. He's not the tallest of them all, but he is a great cam. He plays regularly for Arsenal as well. So I think EA need to do a bit more research into their players and actually get the facts right, to be fair. And then finally, in the actual first team, we've got Giroud. I love Giroud. I mean, I think he's 26 now. He's 72 passing, 69 dribbling, 82 shot, 52 defending, 66 passing, and 84 heading is a standout stat. I like Giroud a lot. And I've put him up to 82. He was at 80. I've put him up to 82 because he plays quite regularly now. Podolski doesn't get much of a run out, and he is a great header on the ball. He scored quite a few goals from last season, but he's definitely got more to show. He's not old yet, but he's going on to his older stages, and I think he needs to play regular football. But Arsenal still need to sign people, man. This is pathetic. Good player. Now, on to the subs. We've got Fabianski. I like Fabianski. He's kind of underrated in my opinion. I think Arsenal are a bit unfair not to play him. He doesn't need to be at Arsenal. He needs to move on. But he is a great backup goalkeeper. And he's been at Arsenal, I think, since 2006, around that region. He's been there so long and he hasn't had actually that many run-outs. Actually, Manoni played over him, and I think that's pathetic. But I've put his diving up to 79, 84 reflexes, 70 handling, 50 speed, 74 kicking and 76 positioning. He's a great backup goalkeeper and underrated in my opinion. 27 I think now as well. For Marlin, not much to say about him. He had a poor season last season. Didn't show us what we saw originally from him, and kind of disappointed from him. He's 26 now, and I can't see him improving much. I've downgraded him to 80. I don't think he'll be getting a lot of team runouts this season coming, because I'd say they need to sign Ashley Williams or a new defender. I've put his pace to 70, 63 dribbling, 65 shot, 81 defending, 70 passing and 83 heading. He's not the greatest of defenders, and I didn't like what I saw from him last season. He wasn't great, so possibly room to improve or show us what he has got to do. Sanya, not much to say about him either. He had a poor season. Sometimes he did show spurts of a good season, but overall I think he had a pretty crap season. Downgraded him to 82, 79 passing and 80 defending are a standout stats, so not great from him. Next, Thomas Rzic. I like him a lot because he's been with the club for a long time. He's a loyal player and he's a great backup central midfielder. I've upgraded his passing to 81, which is his second standout stat. His standout stat is 85 dribbling. He's generally a good player and he's a great backup player as well. So, moving on, Mikel Arteta. He signed from Everton, I think a season or two ago. He's made a sort of a good impact. He's a good player. He's got good free kicks, good penalties, and he has been used by Arsenal. I've upgraded him to 82. He's Spanish. I don't know if he's had that many for Spain. But he was a good signing for Arsenal. He's a good backup player, and he does actually play a lot for the first team. So his stand-up stats are 86 passing and 85 dribbling, which I've upgraded. So moving on to the second. Podolski, I've downgraded him to 82, possibly downgrade to 81. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think he's a good player. Good signing for Arsenal. He made a great first impact, and then Giroud started becoming a better striker. So Giroud plays over Podolski, but he can also play left wing, I believe. And he has been used by Arsenal quite a bit. There was some interest from some German teams, but generally a good player. I like Podolski. 86 shot is his standout stats, and 85 pace. 85 pace. He's quite a fast player, especially on the wings as well. So moving on to the last substitute of this team, I've put in Yaya Sanogo. I didn't choose Nacho Monreal or Abu Diaby because I thought I'd do a younger player. Now, Arsenal side Yaya Sanogo, I think recently from AJ Aurux, I think in Liga 2 of the French, and 74 pace is his standout stat. I've also upgraded his heading to 66. He was one of the top scorers in the under 19s or under 20s for the French team, and he is generally quite a good prospect. I think he's 20 now, and he's signed on good terms. I believe he could become a really good striker for Arsenal, but that's whether he gets playing time. But that's pretty much the end of this video, guys. I like this team. It's a pretty solid Arsenal team, and I've enjoyed making it. I mean, it's a pretty good team. The subs bench isn't amazing, But in general, it's a strong squad. I don't believe all of these players will get these ratings, but let me know what you think, guys. More of these to come soon. Let me know if you want to see a specific team or a specific player to do. And this is me signing off for FIFA 14 team predictions with Arsenal. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you later.